I am JDWolf, and welcome back to my XCOM Enemy Within campaign. This is mission 4, so let's get back to the story. A few days later, we encountered a small UFO. The commander ignored the UFO, believing that a medium UFO would soon follow. The workshop was completed, and the commander decided to build another satellite uplink. We were already too late and too light on money to build the satellites, and without any satellites being launched, we now were negative income. So we needed a source of income, namely shooting down a UFO and selling the parts. Alien materials was completed in the research lab, where we could now build nanofiber vests that the commander had really no interest in, and instructed the team to begin researching the arc thrower so we could start trying to capture aliens. A few days after that, the medium UFO, per the commander's predictions, appeared. Raven 1 was launched. And intercepted the UFO on the north side of Japan. Rocket hit, took a hit. Every one of the three rockets hit, fourth rocket hit, fifth rocket hit. Every single rocket hit, 4.5 seconds left.
Central, this is Voodoo 37. We have a confirmed kill on bogey 001. I repeat, the UFO is down. I'll copy, over.
Solid copy, Voodoo 37. Nice work. Central out.
So we took down the UFO with only one interceptor. It was a medium UFO. We sent in the Sky Ranger. Assembling on the flight deck were Prototype, Helen, Ewan, and Fiona, our new sniper. It was a short trip to the north side of Japan, where the UFO had gone down, for Operation Cursed Smoke. I set the team down in a small clearing a short distance away from the downed UFO.
This is Big Sky. We're just north of the crash site. Strike 1 is in position to engage.
Loud and clear, Big Sky. We'll monitor those readings from here. Strike 1 is authorized to assault the alien craft.
First, Fiona lined up behind a tree, and the rest of the team, either behind the tree or beside this tree with these boulders, lined up in anticipation of hearing where possibly the nearest meld canister was, or the aliens themselves. Everyone was on Overwatch, including Fiona, who pulled out her pistol and put herself on Overwatch, waiting and listening. When nothing happened, Helen moved up to a tree with some slight elevation. The rest of the team followed. Ewan out in the open, and the other two behind various trees. They still didn't hear anything, but there, Helen heard where the meld canister was, the closest meld canister. So, that's the direction they wanted to go. Helen moved up. No aliens. And she couldn't spot the meld canister. The rest of the team moved up beside her and behind her to back her up. And they waited and listened again. The aliens were definitely inside the ship. That's where the closest aliens to the group should have been. Helen moved up. Ewan beside her. Ewan decided it sounded safe enough that he could move to the front of the UFO. Right there. Helen moved up behind. Prototype joined them, with Fiona, our brand new sniper, picking up the rear. but putting herself into at least half cover. They were trying to get to the meld without activating any aliens. They could hear them inside the ship. And then they heard the sound of another meld canister. The direction it was indicating was different than the direction they had heard before. Knowing time was of the essence for these meld canisters, Ewan moved in, didn't activate anything. He could hear aliens off to his left.
Okay.
So, trying not to activate those aliens and get to the meld canisters instead,
Headed there now.
they all came inside, hoping they would be out of sight of any aliens coming around the corner of the UFO on that side, and they could maybe get to at least one of the meld canisters before they activated anyone.
Got it covered.
Alright, the closest one was Prototype. Prototype moved her full movement, but in doing so, toward the meld canister, but in doing so activated the first group of 3 aliens. She could see the meld canister.
Headed there now.
Her task was to get the meld canister while the other 3 pulled back a bit and
Heading out.
to confront these aliens as they came forward. So it put the sniper in a good position, pulled everyone else back, out of harm's way, basically. And with the assault on Overwatch, the sniper hunkered down.
You hear
And
that?
let the aliens have the turn. Now, what they could have done was move up, but it would have been 3 against 3, and they wanted to give
Moving out.
their heavy Prototype the ability to get out there, get the meld canister, thankfully not activate anything, and get back into the fight,
I'm rolling.
so it could be 4 against 3. Decision was not necessarily the best way to go about it, because you can move up on that first turn and the aliens will not be on Overwatch, but after that there's no guarantees. Helen and Ewan moved around the side, hoping that if the aliens moved up they would have a better angle on them, and sure enough the alien moves up just to the edge of Fiona's sight, puts itself in Overwatch, 58% to hit. She takes aim and misses.
Shot wide.
Now, they don't want to move up. Helen didn't want to move up too far and accidentally move through its Overwatch. Since she didn't do that, Ewan moved around the corner and he still didn't see it. So both moves were insufficient. Prototype could not fire her rocket through the narrow gap. Why? Not quite sure. So she decided to add her gun to those up there around the side. This, of course, left Fiona vulnerable as being the only one inside of the alien. Little guy took aim, hit her for 2, and she panicked.
Please, no!
Now, with the sniper panicking, they knew they had to move fast. Ewan moved up, not even thinking about the 3rd alien possibly being sitting there on Overwatch, but thankfully it missed. So with Ewan having used one move, Helen swung out to the side, took aim on the flanked alien, the one that had just shot, 60% to hit,
Target disabled.
and managed to kill it. That meant that if Ewan could move up, run and gun, and take out the one doing the boosting with his shotgun, which does up to 5 points of damage, he only needed 4. If he could hit, it was a 69% chance to take him out. He took it. It was a hit, but it only did 3. Oh, crap. Prototype didn't know where she could move that she would get the best angle. She needed some sort of cover. She didn't think she could move there. She thought maybe she could move right there and then see the one at the back, and it turned out she couldn't see any of them. So the only thing she could actually do to contribute was to toss a grenade, and she could only reach the one that was closest up.
Catch.
which would do 3 out of 5 points, which would not be enough. But it would remove its cover, and it would have to move. Not necessarily the best thing. Ewan was in fear for his life. Alien moved to the side, actually flanked Prototype, who took 4 points of damage. And then the other alien went around, thankfully not flanking Ewan, but still shot him for 4. It's a terrible turn. Terrible. So, taking care of business, Ewan moved around to the side, not even thinking about pulling his pistol. He blasted the alien in the face with his shotgun. Prototype moved up, completely exposed, as close as possible. Opened fire 78%. And took it out. So the first group of aliens was pacified. Everybody bleeding quite a bit. Fiona moved up to the door. Rest of the squad followed. And they listened. They had already lost 1 meld canister, it said, and collected 1 and lost 1. So they could take their time. They gathered around the door, opened it. Didn't see anything. So they lined up at the next door.
Got my eyes. Got it covered.
And from what they had been hearing, they were pretty sure they were going to encounter aliens here. They opened the door, and there they were hearing them again. 2.
Enemy in sight.
And 4. 2 and 2. So the obvious choice, even though it might destroy some alloy, Prototype took aim with her shredder rocket, tried to encompass all 4 without destroying so much alloy. Killed 3 and damaged the commander.
Just got hot in here.
So they figured there was 1 sectoid left and the commander. They wanted Fiona to have some experience, move her up, pull her pistol, and sure enough, there's the alien. So, the sectoid. So she shot the commander in the head. And then Ewan, with his shotgun, moved on around to do the 4 points needed to take out the sectoid. 100% to hit. Done.
Chalk up another one.
8 aliens killed, no one lost. 1 canister collected, but everyone was pretty well hurt. They were going to be in the infirmary. The trip back was kind of somber. It was not a great mission. Nobody died, but that one turn where everybody took hits. For the want of 1 point of damage from his shotgun on that one little sectoid, everybody's going to end up in the infirmary here. Blitz, we'll talk about that in a second. Helen Campbell, close combat specialist, automatically shoots when anybody's in within 4 tiles, which is going to kill her mimetic skin if she gets it. Hollow targeting, on the other hand, would not. And I'm not a big fan of hollow targeting, but if it's a choice between the two, we're going to go with hollow targeting just in case she does end up with mimetic skin later. Because an alien moves up beside her. He has a lot of hit points. She shoots it. Well, now she's not cloaked anymore, and she gets shot in the face. So we're going to go with hollow targeting as the lesser of 2 evils. Blitz is his new nickname, Sergeant McLeod. Now, he has the same choice, but close combat versus close and personal. Now, close combat automatically activates within 4, but close and personal gets a free shot on any target within 4. Cannot be combined with run and gun, but if he later gets the double shot, that would be 3 shots if you get close. So, and he has been getting close. So, if he could move up, take a shot, then take another shot, that would be great. Of course, he's going to be in the infirmary for 13 days. Urban Combat Badge was awarded. We can now research Carapace armor because we have some alloy. And we got some other stuff that we can sell. Commander's objective is to capture a muton if you must know. That is the ultimate objective. Plus 5 aim against enemies in full cover. The commander decided to give that to Prototype. Even though she's in the infirmary for 17 days, she accepted it graciously. Standing pretty tall for being so wounded. She got flanked. And I hope you enjoyed that mission. Until next time, stay safe.